welcome back to Pop Collectibles. A return to Weta soon, but first, isn't it amazing how many iconic costumes our Kylie has amassed over her career? So much so that they now tour the country as part of an Aussie iconic display. Let's take a look.
I'm here with Janine Brand at Kylie, an exhibition. Tell me, Janine, what is your role in the exhibition?
I was lucky enough to be the curator of the Kylie exhibition. It really came about because of Kylie's decision around May 2003 to donate her stage costumes to the Arts Centre in Melbourne. And of course, getting a phone call like that is every curator's dream. And over several months we received boxes of costumes from London and Melbourne, and we realised very early on that this material was very significant and that we wanted to curate it and put together an exhibition. One of the wonderful objects on display from Kylie's early career are those Charlene overalls. And what we found when the exhibition was in Melbourne, that Kylie's fans loved seeing those again. Kylie's worked with so many designers throughout her career. In fact, I'm sure viewers will be interested to know that in the early days of Kylie's career, when she was working on television and as Charlene in Neighbours, Kylie actually designed and made her own costumes. That costume was actually worn for an after party during the Fever tour. In fact, an after party in Milan in Italy. And it was styled by Dolce & Gabbana, and Kylie was carried in by slaves. People are fascinated by those gold hot pants. They are the real hot pants from spinning around. At every venue the exhibition has toured to, whether it's in Melbourne or Brisbane, Sydney or Canberra, people just want to see those gold hot pants. I think the spinning around video was such a fantastic, fun video that people want to see the real thing. One of the famous costumes from Can't Get You Out of My Head is the white jersey jumpsuit. In that video, when Kylie put it on, it was transformed into something quite amazing and stunning. The other outfit that Kylie wore in that video was a beautiful lilac tiled dress inspired by Gucci. Kylie's collection is in a public collection, and our job is to make sure that this material is preserved for future generations. So in 50 years' time, they'll be able to come to our collection and look at these objects.
Do we have any of the Logies here in the exhibition?
Yes, several of Kylie's Logies are on display, including her gold Logie as the most popular personality on Australian television. The exhibition also includes an amazing array of Kylie's other awards. When you look at all the gold and multi-platinum records that are on display in the exhibition and Kylie's various awards, she's been a phenomenally successful performer all around the world for a long time.
Is there ever a chance collectors will be able to own their own piece of Kylie?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to disappoint all the collectors watching, because the Kylie Minogue collection is part of a public collection from the Arts Centre in Melbourne.
Janine Brand, curator of Kylie and exhibition, thank you.
And finally, we find out what's coming up next for those Weta movie magicians with news about the sequel to the Chronicles of Narnia.
Will the Narnia licence continue for years to come?
Well, we've just heard news that the production company, on the successes of the first film, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, intend making Prince Caspian, and that's incredibly exciting for all of us. We obviously hope that we are invited to work on the second film. Nothing would please me more, other than maybe making The Hobbit would be possibly up there if that could ever happen. But the chance of working on the second film of Narnia would be amazingly cool, and in turn hopefully we'd be invited to continue on with our Collectibles line.
How many pieces in the Narnia collection?
For the Narnia line we've made 9 pieces. They're here behind me. Some bookends once again. People love the bookends that we did on Lord of the Rings, and that really instigated us to do more for both Kong and Narnia. We've actually gone and replicated the actual maquette that Andrew Adamson used in the design process of creating the film, which for a geek like me would be an amazingly cool thing. And then these other very beautiful signature pieces.
How do you recommend to a collector how to keep these detailed masterpieces in pristine condition?
Well, the best way to preserve them for forever is to put them inside a sealed cabinet where little children's fingers can't get to them. They're not play objects at the end of the day. But if they do get dust on them, as these do, our workshop's quite a dusty place, then I go in with a very soft feather duster and actually just give them a dust off once a year, take them all out, put them on the table and actually get an air duster with a compressor and dust them off.
What's your schedule of releases? Every 3 to 6 months?
Well, probably about every 6 months. They, by their very nature, because they are taking so long to do, it's interesting to note. Character like Miss Piggy there looks very, very simple. She actually took 18 weeks to sculpt.
And you've just moved into the latest Zorro film.
We have. I was, we're overwhelmed. We're doing Kong, we're doing Narnia. And he only had to say one magic word. He said, well, it's got trains in it. And I'm a steam train enthusiast, and I was just caught up in the thrill of the chase. And we ended up spending 11 months building the miniatures of the trains for Zorro. And off the back of that, we're very fortunate to actually win the contract to make a very prestigious collectible from that film. So this is a very beautiful piece, sculpted by Eden Small, who joined us from Australia.
You don't see these masterworks in many shops. Where do you suggest new punters buy them?
Well, the best place to discover the range of pieces that we've made and to purchase them is really on our website. It's wetanz.com. It's easy to find, and there is the full spread of beautiful pieces that have been done.
It's like a fun playground here for big kids. How does it feel coming to work each day?
Well, I can't be thankful enough. Ultimately, you get to come to work and play with your train set every day, but all your mates come along every day to play with it with you, and that's a cool place to be. And I'm very thankful for what we've managed to put together here. The efforts of a large group of very creative people.
Director of the Weta Collection of Companies, Richard Taylor, thanks for inviting us into your playground. It's been remarkable.
Well, cheers to you, DJ. All the best.
Thank you.
Cheers to everyone.
Don't forget to drop us a line if you'd like to show off your collection. But thanks for being here this week, and join us next time as we uncover more great collections of Battlestar Galactica, train sets, comics, and even someone who's nuts about Michael Jackson. If it's pop culture, we want to see it on Pop Collectibles. Bye for now.